The alien general known as Vorthak stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Razorfang, gazing down at the blue-green orb below. To him, it was just another primitive world, a backwater planet teeming with soft-bodied creatures who had barely scratched the surface of interstellar travel. The humans called their home Earth, but to Vorthak and his kind, the Zorvath Empire, it was nothing more than a resource-rich conquest waiting to happen. Vorthak's 6 eyes narrowed as he reviewed the data streaming across his holographic display. The human military forces were laughably weak compared to the might of the Zorvath Armada. Their ships were slow, their weapons primitive, and their soldiers untrained in the art of galactic warfare. He had seen countless civilizations like this crumble under the weight of his empire's superior technology and ruthless tactics. This would be no different. "General," said Commander Zelk, one of Vorthak's subordinates, stepping forward hesitantly. "Shall we begin the assault?" Vorthak turned his massive insectoid body toward Zelk, mandibles clicking softly. "Yes, deploy the first wave of drones. Let them see what true power looks like." On Earth, Major Sarah Chen adjusted her helmet. As she stared up at the sky through the reinforced glass dome of the United Nations Defense Command Center. She had been monitoring reports of strange objects entering Earth's atmosphere for hours now. At first, they thought it might have been an anomaly, a meteor shower or some malfunctioning satellite debris. But when the first alien drone descended over New York City, there could be no denying the truth. "They're here," she muttered, under her breath, gripping the edge of the control panel tightly. Around her, officers scrambled to coordinate defenses, shouting orders into comms units and updating tactical maps. The situation was dire, but panic wasn't going to help anyone survive. President Alvarez appeared on a large screen overlooking the command center, his face grim. "Major Chen, you have full authorization to mobilize all available assets. Humanity's survival depends on us holding them off long enough to figure out how to fight back." Chen nodded sharply. "Understood, Mr. President. We won't let you down." As she turned away from the screen, she couldn't shake the feeling that this fight wasn't just about protecting Earth, it was about proving something. Proving that humanity wasn't as weak as these invaders believed, that even against overwhelming odds they could adapt, innovate, and stand tall. The initial attack came swiftly and without mercy. Hundreds of sleek metallic drones descended upon major cities worldwide, unleashing devastating energy beams that reduced entire blocks to rubble. The humans fought back with everything they had, fighter jets, tanks, anti-aircraft guns, but it quickly became clear that conventional weapons were ineffective against the alien technology. In the skies above London, Lieutenant Marcus Kane watched in horror as his squadron of F-35s was decimated by a single alien cruiser. His plane shuddered violently as he narrowly avoided being vaporized himself. Desperation fueled his resolve, and he radioed back to base. "We need something better than this. They're cutting us down like flies." Back at the command center, Major Chen listened intently to Kane's transmission. Her mind raced. There had to be a way to turn the tide. Then it hit her, an idea so bold it bordered on insane. "Get me Dr. Elena Rodriguez," she barked into her comm unit. Moments later, the brilliant scientist appeared on screen, looking frazzled but determined. "What is it, Major?" Rodriguez asked. "We need to weaponize our satellites," Chen said firmly. "Can you modify them to fire concentrated bursts of electromagnetic pulses? If we can disable their systems, we might stand a chance." Rodriguez blinked in surprise, but quickly nodded. "It's risky, but yes, I think we can do it. Give me 24 hours. "You've got 12, Chen replied before cutting the connection. Meanwhile, aboard the Razorfang, General Vorthak observed the chaos unfolding, below with smug satisfaction. The humans were fighting valiantly, but their efforts were futile. They lacked coordination, discipline, and most importantly, respect for the Zorvath Empire's dominance. Still, something nagged at him. These creatures weren't behaving like Other conquered species, instead of surrendering outright, they continued to resist despite suffering catastrophic losses. It puzzled him, but not enough to change his strategy. After all, what could mere primitives possibly do against his superior forces? But then, 12 hours after the invasion began, something unexpected happened. A series of bright flashes erupted, in low orbit, followed by eerie silence as dozens of alien drones suddenly stopped mid-flight and plummeted to the ground. The humans' counterattack had begun. Dr. Rodriguez's modified satellites worked exactly as planned. The electromagnetic pulses disrupted the aliens' advanced systems, leaving their ships vulnerable. Seizing the opportunity, Major Chen ordered every remaining military unit to launch coordinated strikes against the disabled vessels. Lieutenant Kane led a daring raid on one of the grounded cruisers, using experimental plasma rifles developed in secret labs. The weapons proved devastatingly effective against the alien armor, allowing Kane and his team to breach the hull and plant explosives deep within the ship. As explosions rocked the skies, General Vorthak watched in disbelief. How had these insignificant beings managed to turn the tables so quickly? His arrogance blinded him to the possibility that humanity's greatest strength lay not in brute force, but in ingenuity and determination. By the time the dust settled, half of the Zorvath fleet lay in ruins, and the rest were retreating into the void. Earth had won. For now. In the aftermath, Major Chen stood atop a hill overlooking the devastated cityscape of Chicago. Smoke still curled into the air, and the scars of battle were everywhere. But amidst the destruction, there was hope. Humanity had faced an existential threat and emerged victorious, not because they were stronger, but because they refused to give up. Far away aboard what remained of the Razor Fang, General Vorthak reflected bitterly on his failure. He had underestimated Earth's soldiers, and it had cost him dearly. As the ship limped toward deep space, he made a silent vow. Next time, he would not make the same mistake. For now, though, humanity had earned its place among the stars, and proved that courage and creativity could overcome even the most daunting odds.